Hello, and back on the subject of comedy films, or I guess I should say goodnight, it's 11:04. I'm going to be reviewing Paul, one of my favorite comedies, directed by Greg Mottola. Greg Mottola has also directed such films as Superbad, Keeping Up with the Joneses, which I haven't seen before. He has also directed Adventureland. I think out of all of the films, I would say Paul is my favorite film of his. His comedies don't really stand out to me much. I know they have a pretty big cult following, especially Superbad. You know, people are still quoting lines from today. It was released 13 years ago, I believe. It's not a bad film. I like it. But Paul stars my two favorite actors working today. Oh, my eye. Oh my god. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost play. Simon Pegg plays Graham Willie, and Nick Frost plays Clive Gollings. Both are writers. Simon Pegg is a artist, and Simon Pegg is a writer, and Nick Frost as the artist, I believe. And they come across Paul, voiced by Seth Rogen. I'm not a big fan of Seth Rogen, but in Paul he's fine because you don't see his face. You just hear his voice, which is fine. He does a great job. They are two comic book nerds who come from Comic-Con to go to Area 51, and that's when they discover Paul. He gets into a bad car accident, and he's fine. He's unscathed. And he is trying to go home. It's essentially a ripoff of... It's kind of like an homage ripoff to E.T., which is one of my favorite films. And they have to try and get Paul to his mothership, and that's basically it. Now, they do meet quite a few people along the way. There is Jolo... I always pronounce his last name wrong. Joe Trigulo? Trigulo? He was also in Superbad. He plays a FBI agent alongside Bill Hader. Joe is Haggard. No. Bill Hader plays Haggard, and Joe plays... I forgot who he plays. Holy shit. Either way, there's two FBI agents that are pursuing them, as well as Jason Bateman, who I can't really spoil who he plays because that would just kind of ruin it. But he's also an FBI agent. He's going to be unnamed for now. There's also another surprise cast who I can't really spoil because it would ruin it. There's also Blythe Danner. Believe that's her name. She plays Tara, who is the first person that Paul ever encounters. His ship kills her dog, and the government agents take him away. It's a weird kind of cycle, but that's how it happens. Kristen Wiig plays Ruth Buggs, who is probably my least favorite character. There's one great scene with her, but all in all, Kristen Wiig just doesn't really do it for me. I don't know. I don't not like her, but at the same time, I feel that the roles that Christine chooses aren't very memorable because she's, a comedic person. I liked her in Adventureland. She was Bill Hader's wife. So along the way, they meet a bunch of people. You learn about Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. They're huge nerds, geeks, derogatory words for people like me. They like anything Star Trek, Star Wars.
Battlestar Galactica!
Things like that. They have a huge road trip. They have a huge RV. It's a lot of fun. I like the movie. The soundtrack is nice. A little bit of Marvin Gaye. A little bit of people that I don't actually know. But it's not bad. Oh yeah, I can't show you the back cover because that would kind of ruin who is in it. Oh, so Jeffrey Tambor is also in the film. He plays Adam Shadowchild. If you don't know who that is, you're insane. Might be asking yourself, who the hell is Adam Shadowchild? That question is to be answered in the film. Do not ask me because even I don't know. So just be aware. Now, Paul is pretty predictable. You do know what... if you've seen a comedy film, especially a Greg Mottola film, you know what's going to happen. But even then, you're still... you still want the good guys to do the good thing and not be killed or be in any sort of legal trouble. And it's probably just the best film that Greg Mottola has under his belt, because Superbad, it's funny, very quotable. I am 11. You know. Except Jonah Hill's not in this, Michael Cera's not in this, Christopher Mintz-Plasse isn't in it. There's not too much to say about Paul. It's very straightforward. It's just a typical get from point A to point B and avoid any sort of C's. I enjoyed this film. I think, I don't think it's... No, okay. I was going to say that it was both Nick Frost and Simon Pegg's first American film, which is not true at all, because I know that, I think before this they did The Adventures of Tintin. I could be wrong about that. I mean, because obviously they're from England, and I don't know, it's insane. I would definitely recommend watching the cast commentary. Nothing too crazy, not like Tropic Thunder levels of entertaining, but I always like seeing a cast just kind of get together, be somewhat nostalgic about the film, about the process, of the acting, of some of the special effects. And Steven Spielberg has a cameo. I know I shouldn't say that, but he does, and it is amazing. I'm not going to say where he is in it, but he's in it. Very funny callback to E.T., like I said, one of my favorite films of all time. Ruth Buggs, like I said, her character I don't really care for. I'm honestly only rooting for the two leads, Simon and Nick. Paul sometimes, but I don't really care for Seth Rogen too much. I have a lot of his films, Knocked Up, Superbad, The Green Hornet, but I don't know, he's just not very funny to me. I know that it's a trope to kind of pick on his humor, and essentially he smokes weed with his friends, and that's it, There's no real depth to any of his characters. I know he has an upcoming drama comedy film coming out. I don't remember what it's actually called, but it doesn't look good. I don't know. The only drama film that I've actually seen him in was Jobs. Or was it Steve Jobs? Jobs? Whichever film came out in 2015 with Michael Fassbender. He played Steve... Damn, what was his last name? Not Gutenberg. Fuck, what was his last name? If you haven't seen Paul, I would recommend it. It's came out, 2011, I'd say. I bought it in 2013. Go watch it. You can probably find it in a $5 bin. Not a bad movie. But if you guys please would comment, like, and subscribe, I am very desperate. I will have something out tomorrow. Might be a different genre because I don't want to strave into too many, comedies for 1 week or horror for another week. Because I have, quite a bit of variety of films. Don't expect any sort of musicals or romantic comedies because I hate them so much. Yeah. Anyway, bye-bye.